Welcome back to Breaking News here on Fox 2 Detroit Live at 4. If you are just joining us, University of Michigan has fired head football coach Sherrone Moore. This is a statement coming directly from Athletic Director Warde Manuel. I will just read from this directly, quote, U of M head football coach Sherrone Moore has been terminated with cause effective immediately. Following a university investigation, credible evidence was found that Coach Moore engaged in an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. This conduct constitutes a clear violation of university policy, and U of M maintains zero tolerance for such behavior. Biff Poggi has been appointed head football coach in an interim capacity effective immediately. Now, this news coming as the university gets ready to play in a bowl game within the next few weeks. Moore had served as the head coach for Michigan for the last 2 seasons, taking over for Jim Harbaugh following the national championship season in 2023. Michigan playing in the Citrus Bowl on New Year's Eve this year, taking on Texas. Michigan ranked number 18 this year. So as the team prepares for that, they are dealing with the news that their head football coach fired for cause. Moore went 7-5 in the regular season, won the ReliaQuest Bowl over Alabama last year. And you'll remember that he served as interim coach for a couple of games back in that 2023 national championship season, going undefeated in those while head coach Jim Harbaugh served a suspension for his role in that sign-stealing scandal. Moore was suspended for a couple of games. This season was set to be suspended at the beginning of next year. Obviously, that's not going to happen. Now, Poggi served as interim head coach in those games. But again, Sherrone Moore fired for cause after the university says he had an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. Our coverage continues next on the news at 5. Thank you so much for watching.
Snow finally starting to wrap up for a lot of spots. We are going to turn much colder as we head through the end of the week. We'll show you just how much colder we get in the forecast coming up.
Snow and sleet all day, and now we got quite the commute on our hands. I'm Scott Walchek. I'm in the Weather Beast, and I'm going to tell you what you can look forward to or avoid.
Working for you. This is Fox 2 News at 5.
Fox News' Woody Woodruff is here with the very latest. What's going on?
You know what, Charlie? This is a big surprise, and it's coming down in the last 15 or so minutes. He's had issues with the Connor Stallion situation, and after Michigan settled all of that, we thought that Sherrone Moore seemed ready to move on. But tonight, Sherrone Moore fired by the university for cause, and that cause is a big one because it concerns an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. This incident coming to the attention of Athletic Director Warde Manuel, and he had no choice but to take action. This kind of behavior can't be tolerated, especially after what we saw with Mel Tucker at MSU. The university releasing this statement just a few minutes ago, and it reads, UM head football coach Sherrone Moore has been terminated with cause effective immediately. Following a university investigation, credible evidence was found that Coach Moore engaged in an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. This conduct constitutes a clear violation of university policy, and UM maintains zero tolerance for such behavior. Biff Poggi has been appointed head football coach in an interim capacity effective immediately. And Charlie, this was not supposed to be happening for Sherrone Moore because basically he was supposed to be getting ready for the Citrus Bowl down in Orlando. The team was going to take on number 13 Texas in the bowl game, and now he's out. Biff Poggi's in.
It just seems that this has nothing to do with football.
No.
And this is a pretty stiff penalty for this part time of the season.
Exactly. And you know, when the Connor Stallion stuff went down, there was cause put down for everybody who was involved with that. Harbaugh, Sherrone Moore, guys like that. And now when you have something like this, again, it just triggers it instantly, and he's out.
And it's for cause. Those are magic legal words. I'm sure we will follow up on that.
Oh, you know, we'll have much more at 5 and on later editions of Fox 2 News.
Thank you, Woody. Appreciate
that. Sure, pal.
All right, the other news breaking today, wet, heavy snow making for a messy drive, multiple crashes, slide-offs this morning, and all that rain today could refreeze later on. Refreeze, oh no. Our team coverage begins now. We've got Fox 2 Scott Walchek checking out your evening drive from the Weather Beast. Weather Authority, Stephanie Mead, also tracking. Let's start with Stephanie. What is next, Stephanie?
So it comes to cold temperatures. We did see quite a bit of snow earlier on today, and other locations just saw steady snow throughout the entirety of the day. So it's just very location dependent, where you picked up on some of those heftier totals, like Orion around 7 inches, Clarkston just over 6 inches of snow, and then down at the Detroit Metro Airport, they were at 2 inches of snow. So that massive gradient is just, again, very dependent on location, where you saw the changeover a bit earlier. Now we're starting to see that colder air funnel in, so everything that's falling at the moment is snow, and this is super light up near Oakland County, parts of Lapeer County, tracking to the south and southeast, so it will eventually impact Wayne County and then Lenawee and Monroe counties too. This is all lake enhanced stuff as this back edge of low pressure begins to move out. So that precip chance is going to linger through about, say, 10, 11 o'clock tonight, but I think overnight it does begin to subside. And alongside with that, we are looking at the colder temperatures eventually making a comeback, and it's going to get even colder potentially heading into this upcoming weekend. We see 20s in western parts of the state from Traverse City extending into Muskegon. Still hanging out in the 30s, but those numbers are steadily coming down. We started off the day in the mid to upper 30s. They're going to continue to go down as we head into tonight. Temps by around 10, 11 o'clock will be in the lower 20s. I think a lot of us bottoming out in the upper teens to lower 20s. We could be looking also at single-digit wind chill factors too. We continue to see that cold air funnel its way in this upcoming weekend, so we'll show you even colder temperatures, and if we see more snow too coming up in the full forecast in the next 10 to 15 minutes. Charlie, over to you.
All right, thank you, Stephanie. Let's check in now with Fox 2 Scott Walchek live in the Weather Beast. Scotty, I know you've been on the roads all afternoon. Are there still, I guess there's some salt out there now. Are they slippery?
Yeah, you know what, Charlie? They actually are. They may not look as slippery as they looked earlier, but we actually just passed by a slide-off right there where they had a tow truck out on 75 North just past Lapeer Road there. And you can see it doesn't look too bad right now, but we did just pass by that slide-off. So they're a little bit slippery here, and that's what a lot of people were worried about today, because I would say for the most part, from being in the Weather Beast all day, we saw up in northern Oakland County, northern Macomb, that's where a lot of those snowfall totals were a lot higher, but the road commission was out here. They did a pretty good job of clearing the road, but their big concern was that refreeze that could be happening now that it's below freezing. Take a listen to what they had to say and some of the challenges that they were dealing with.
Yeah, the refreeze is a big challenge. We're concerned about that with the temperatures dropping. Depending on how far they drop, salt becomes less effective as you get down into the teens. So we're concerned about that. There's so much moisture out there with all the slush and the freezing rain we've had that there's quite a bit of potential for refreeze. So that is a big concern. The other thing that's tough about this is the duration. We've had people in since 9 o'clock last night, and we're going to be, overnight tonight we'll be cleaning up tomorrow, so we've got to try to space out our people so we don't burn everybody out and then not be able to do anything tomorrow when we've still got cleanup to do.
Now, this stretch that you're looking at up coming to Baldwin, it looks pretty good. I mean, this right lane over here is looking a little bit sloppy, but Tim, who's driving the car, says that it has been pretty slippery, so we're trying to keep it at some slower speeds. Of course, you know how it goes. In the Weather Beast, we're keeping you updated with the very latest on some of these road conditions, but I'd say keep an eye out. There could be some slippery patches out there. For now, reporting live, Auburn Hills, Scott Walchek, Fox 2 News. Charlie, back to you.
As a truck passes you by, so that's a good thing, Scott. Listen, I was on the roads earlier this morning. To me, the real problem was those exit ramps and entrance ramps. Are those okay too now?
Yes. Those are a lot worse than the actual, roadway. The ramps are pretty bad, especially, what was the one that we got on from, where were we at? Just right there off, it was off of Squirrel Road. The Squirrel Road ramp to 75, just a mess, just a total mess. We were sliding around a little bit taking that one.
All right, don't interrupt him. He's got his eyes focused on the roads there, so good stuff there. All right, Scott. Well, check. All right, thank you. Be safe out there and slow it down. Appreciate it. Be safe. All right, don't forget, you can always get the latest forecast by checking the Fox 2 weather app. You can download it for free in the App Store or Google Play. And, of course, stay right with us here on Fox 2 for round-the-clock updates and a live look at the roads. And we have other news now in arraignment today for a suspect in the murder of a teenage girl. Demarion White charged with murder, 17 years old, and is charged as an adult. On Sunday, police say that he shot and killed 17-year-old Shaquilla Richardson in an apartment on Pear Street in Ann Arbor. The suspect then took off, but police found a gun and tracked White down within 24 hours. White does have a criminal history, which includes bringing a gun to school. And today, the magistrate denied him bond. He's not allowed to have any contact with the girl's family.
To call, write, email, text, video chat, visit, or any other form of contact the human mind can possibly have, but you may not make any jail calls to them as well. Do you understand me? Yes, sir.
To say that Richardson met White at the apartment to braid his hair. Right now, it's not clear what led up to the shooting. And now to the latest from the Fed. The Federal Reserve lowered its key interest rate for a third time in a row, but it is signaling that it may leave rates unchanged in the coming months. Today's cut reduced the rate to about 3.6%. That's the lowest that it's been in nearly 3 years, and it could bring down borrowing costs for mortgages or car loans, credit cards, etc. over time. Next year, officials say to expect only one rate cut. Ingrid.
Hey, you know what? Crunk Gym is back in action. The knockout reveal coming up.
When you're the